Stop guessing what to do next. This is my 30-day art business blueprint. It's a simple 7-step checklist that removes the overwhelm. And in this video, I'm going to let you copy this whole thing. I've just realized I forgot to put on my microphone, so I apologize for the sound in this video. I will do better next time. This isn't theory. This is the exact system I use to go from blank canvas to cash. We're going to walk through a simple 30-day roadmap that covers everything from your purpose to your pricing, visibility and systems, confidence and legal basics. So your art business actually has a shape. Let's start with the foundation. Most artists skip straight to selling. They dive straight into Instagram, websites and prices, and then wonder why nothing works. The first 10 days of this blueprint are about clarity. 3 steps. Step 1, my purpose and where I'm going. Step 2, who I create for and why. And step 3, what I offer and how I earn. Without these 3, everything else is guesswork. With them, every decision you make about your art has a reason behind it. For days 1 to 3, we're in step 1, your purpose and direction. Come on, Simone. This is where you ask, why does my art exist in the world? What do I want it to do for me and for the people who collect it? You don't need a perfect mission statement. A simple paragraph in your journal is enough. For example, you can write something like, I make calm abstract work that helps busy people feel grounded in their homes. I want my art business to contribute $1,000 a month and to fit around my health and my family. Step 1 matters because purpose is what helps you keep going when sales are slow or life is hard. When you know why you're doing this, it's so much easier to say no to distractions and yes to things that fit your long-term plan. Okay, that's enough silliness. Let's get down to the serious stuff. Days 4 to 6, we move into step 2, who you create for and why. Here you choose your main people, not everyone, just 1 or 2 groups. You need to focus, not spread all your time and effort on trying to capture everyone. So to do this, ask yourself, who lights up the most when they see your work? Who do I actually enjoy talking to? And whose life does my art quietly improve? You might land on something like people in midlife who want their home to feel calm and creative, or families who want joyful, colourful pieces for their living space. Write it down. That gets it crystal clear in your mind. Give that person a nickname if it helps. Now your art has a human mind to focus itself on, not some vague audience. So step 2 is vital because if you don't know who you're talking to, your marketing becomes too foggy, too generic. I will get this. Come on, Simone, get your thoughts out. Step 2 is vital because when you know, or when you're very clear on who your people are, your marketing is less foggy. You're not trying to capture everybody and to please everybody. You're just trying to please those people who are your people. So your posts and emails and all your marketing activity stops trying to please everybody and begins to please those that are actually going to buy your work. So days 7 to 10 are where we step into step 3, what you offer and how you earn. This is where we stop saying, I'll sell art somehow or someday, and actually pick some income paths, because that's what we need to do. Focus on some direct income paths. For this 30-day blueprint, I want you to choose your primary income lane. For example, whether that's going to be originals or prints, teaching or commissions, and 1 supporting lane. If it feels right to have an extra lane, then jot down in your plan what this is going to look like. So it might be something like, this year most of my income will come from selling original paintings and a small run of prints. Second, I'll teach a monthly beginners workshop. Simple. You know what you're focusing on, you know what you're working towards. And that matters because your art business can't pay if you don't know what you're selling. When you choose your lanes, your brain stops chasing every idea and you can focus on the few marketing channels that are most effective for you. Now we arrive at step 4, how I'll be seen and heard. And I have to warn you, this is where most artists quit because we're done with the internal work and now we have to start doing the stuff that puts us out there into the external world. So far, we've done the journaling, we've chosen our buyer, we've sketched even out what our offers are going to be. Now we work on we're going to get our work to be seen. This is the point where this is the point where our brain says, I'm too old for this. I don't want to dance on social media. I just want to keep working quietly until I feel more ready. And if we let that voice win, everything we've done in steps 1 to 3 stays in our notebook, in our plan. No one ever sees the work, and the income we say we want never has a chance to materialize. So we've got to be brave. We've got to get out there. Step 4 is crucial because visibility is the bridge between your studio and someone's wall and their bank account. Without being seen, even the strongest plan never turns into sales. So in this blueprint, we do visibility differently. We don't shout. We don't try to be everywhere. We don't build a full-time influencer career if that's not what we want. Okay? We share. In step 4, how I'll be seen and heard, we choose one main place online where our work can live, one offline way people can encounter us, that's in real life, and one simple call to action that tells people what to do if they're interested. That's really important, your call to action. And that's it. Notice how I'm working here, quietly, consistently, with a notebook and a cup of tea, not a ring light and a dance routine. You don't need a viral moment. You need a small, repeatable habit that actually fits in with your health, with your family, and with your responsibilities. Right, so once you start being seen, the next danger is burnout. That's why the middle of the blueprint is about systems and support. Step 4, how I'll be seen and heard. And step 5, which is staying organized and sustainable. And step 6, building confidence and community. These are just as important as the steps we've done before. Because these 3 steps are what makes the difference between a short, exhausting sprint and a calm, steady art business that you can actually live with, that actually supports your creativity. Days 11 to 15 are where we set up our simple visibility rhythm for step 4. So you decide what your main online home is, for example, Instagram plus a simple email list, or YouTube, an email, or Facebook and a tiny website page. Once you've got that, you then choose one offline route, and that may be a small display in a local cafe, open studio afternoons twice a year, or participating in local art weekends, or entering into an exhibition. Finally, you write one call to action that matches your income lane. So creating something like, if you'd like first dibs on new work, join my studio list here, and putting that across your socials or on your website or in your newsletter. If you'd like to hear about workshops, join the workshop list at this link, or if you're interested in a commission in my style, you can find details here. Step 4 is so important because it stops you posting randomly and hoping for the best. Every time you share, you know where you're pointing people to and how it connects back to your income. So step 5. Days 16 to 20 are step 5, staying organised and sustainable. And this is just as important as the steps we've gone through, because it's how we avoid overworking ourselves or concentrating in the wrong place. This is where we set up our studio nerve centre and a small rhythm, so you stop losing track of what you've made, who's asked about it, and what you've sold, and where your money is going. Now, what I suggest in my plan is that you have one physical home for all this information, and that may be a folder, a drawer, or a box where important papers live, and then one digital home, a main art business folder. And in that you have a simple artwork list, a client and project list, and a money in and out list. Simple. That's all you need to start with. And step 5 matters because chaos leaks income. When you can't find pieces or prices, client details or receipts, you miss opportunities. You undercharge and you overspend. A simple system protects your time, your energy, and your money. And they're simple systems, so easy to introduce into your daily creative life. And it makes your creative life so much easier. Days 21 to 25 are where we move into step 6, which is building confidence and community, which is vitally important if you want to be successful as you can in your artistic and creative life. And that's because this is where we stop trying to do this all alone. What we're looking at here is the thoughts of completely tongue-tied. What we're looking at here is the sorts of things we tell ourselves, our inner script, the way we talk to ourselves about our age, our work, and our money. We also look at outwards to your support circle. We introduce the idea of one peer, one guide, and one small group of cheerleaders and buyers. And we also set our boundaries, how much visibility feels sustainable, where we need to mute comparison, which is the great danger of social media. Step 6 is vital because it's about our mindset and our people who are going to act as shock absorbers for our art business. When things wobble, it's your inner voice and your support circle that keep you from giving up right before things start working. Now we come to the piece most people either obsess over too early and stay stuck on as a way of avoiding doing anything else, or they avoid it completely because it feels too sticky. It's step 7, setting up properly. And this is the legal and financial side of your art business. Notice that it's last in the blueprint because, as I said before, it's not because it's not important, but because too many of us say, I need to register a business or I don't understand tax, as a way to avoid making and sharing our artwork. In days 26 to 30, we're going to treat your art business as a real business, choose one simple money home, and take some gentle, practical steps around structure, records, and protection. And what I suggest in the plan is that might look like deciding which income stage you're in right now, just starting out, trading but patchy, or growing and professionalizing, opening a separate bank account or space for art income and expenses, starting a simple income and expense tracker, drafting a basic agreement email for commissions or workshops, and scheduling a small money power hour once a week to look at your numbers, to look and understand your numbers. Step 7 matters because this is where you stop treating your art like a hobby that might pay and start giving it the respect and protection of a real business. When you feel legally and financially safer, it's much easier to charge properly and say yes to the bigger opportunities because you feel grounded and safe. You've got a great foundation set up. We've just walked through the whole 30-day timeline. Days 1 to 10, your purpose, your people, your income paths. Days 11 to 25, visibility, systems, confidence, and community. Days 26 to 30, the practical setup that keeps you safe. And if you're anything like me, you won't want to keep it all in your head, or you won't be able to keep it all in your head. So I've written out the entire workflow, including the questions and checklists for each step inside my 7-step plan for artistic success. Okay, so download it. The link is in the description below. And literally use it as your 30-day art business blueprint. When you hit step 4 and the visibility wobble appears, having to get out there, you'll have instructions right in front of you so you don't freeze or disappear. If you want help specifically with the visibility and marketing piece, the next video I'd love you to watch is all about simple, calm marketing for tired humans. 1 page, 1 plan, no hustle. And I'll put the link down below. If this video and this plan has helped you see your art business in a clearer way, then tell me how in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time.